Hi everyone, it's Stacy here again. I got a new mic, so hopefully the sound goes really well. We'll see how it goes, but I hope you can tell by the title of this video that it's a Disneyland themed video. Now, obviously, doing ASMR at Disneyland is the ultimate dream. However, that's a little outside my skill set for now. Maybe one day. But I thought this would be a fun video to show you what I took to Disneyland recently. I went a few weeks ago and it was for my husband's birthday and it was so much fun. It was right after the mask for vaccinated people lifted and were vaccinated, so that was really cool to just be back at Disneyland. Obviously, if you're not able to go to Disneyland, this can translate to other amusement parks to show you what I packed and maybe get some inspiration. And so I'll go through each item and hopefully it's relaxing. So after I go through the items, I'll also go ahead and show you what we got from Disneyland as little souvenirs. This isn't a really, crazy amount of stuff. I think actually packing the less the better, and you're gonna see that theme a little bit, but I also like to be prepared. So if you're like me, this might be a fun video for you. And so in honor of the Disney video, I'm wearing a Baby Yoda shirt. I am blanking on his name at the moment, but I call him Baby Yoda, so that's what we're gonna call him. Well, I hope you sit back and relax, and by the style of this video, it's pretty chatty, so I really hope you enjoy this. So this is the bag that I bought because I knew I wanted to bring a few extra things for this trip that my smaller backpack wouldn't be useful for. And while the small backpacks are very cute and fashionable, I would have rather brought things that I wanted to bring. Looking back, I might have gone for something a little small, but this is actually a pretty small backpack. I'm 5'3", so I'm a pretty small person in height, and a regular sized backpack is actually pretty big for me. So I specifically looked for something that was larger than a mini backpack, but also something that was still roomy. Okay, so this is the backpack. It's a little difficult to show the full thing, so this is what it looks like. It's not coming across as bright, but it's a teal color, and I liked that because my whole theme of wearing my attire to Disneyland was to keep everything light and summery colors, because in the summer, wearing a lot of black, etc., can attract a lot of sun, and I didn't want to do that, so I went for a non-black backpack. So that might be something to look into. And of course, if you have a bright colored backpack, you can spot it in a crowd, which is nice. So this is the backpack. I'm sorry, it's a little hard to see, but it's got a little pocket here, another zipper pocket, a sort of small to medium pocket. There's a lot of pockets on here, and then a bigger pocket here. So I'll go through the things I brought. I have them in each pocket. So I'll go through that. It's actually like a crinkly texture. It's got two side pockets on the side. We did bring a water bottle. That's the one thing I didn't bring because my husband used it, so it's in the kitchen. But we had our water bottle in this pocket. Okay. So I'll just go through each pocket with you and show you what I brought to Disneyland. So in this first pocket, now there are a few things I didn't put in here, like a wallet, my husband's wallet, phone. Like, those things are not in here. These are just things that I recommend you bring. Obviously bring your phone and your wallet. That's kind of a no-brainer. But first thing I really wanted to make sure I brought was a chapstick. And this one has SPF in it. I think it has SPF 25. I think, you know, we often forget that our lips are exposed to sun and they can get sunburned, especially in the summertime. So please remember to get SPF chapstick. Okay, so that's the thing I brought chapstick wise. I also brought my AirPods. There wasn't a whole lot of opportunity to listen to anything, but it's just one of those things where I'd rather have it than not, because you just never know if you're wanting to scroll Instagram in while you're waiting in a line. Ironically, there was no lines when we went, which was on June 18th, 2021. So it was pretty empty still, and there was like no wait for a lot of things. Everything was under 30 minutes. So I didn't even have really a chance to scroll and check out my phone, listen to TikTok. My favorite pastime is TikTok. So I still recommend bringing it, but you know, maybe bring, instead of like wireless, you could do just some basic earbuds that have wire, if you just something you don't care too much about, because I know these can be a little pricey and not fun if you lose them. So that's in the first pocket. Obviously I really packed this thing, maybe a little too much, but that's the first pocket. So, I don't think I put anything in this pocket. Let me check. Yeah, I didn't put anything in here. It's really flat. So I would say, I think I put our tickets in here, like our park tickets, and maybe like a little knickknack or two I stuck in there. Things got disorganized throughout the day, as you can imagine, but it's a pretty flat pocket, so keep that in mind. So we'll move on to this pocket now. Alright, we got a lot of things in here. Okay, so So this has a bit more. Okay. So one thing I brought were tissues. These are my favorite. I just get them in the travel section at Target. Just a big pack. I always have these on hand because I always use tissue wherever I go. It's a lifeline. You just never know when you need tissue. So I definitely recommend taking this. Next, in line with tissues, I also took hand wipes. Now there is hand sanitizer everywhere, at least when we went. But, you know, sometimes they're not always in a very accessible location, or when you just need it. I wanted to bring this because I just feel like when your hands get sticky from eating something with your hands, or a drink, or you're just touching a lot of the things in line, like the bars or handles, this is really nice to use. And it also has a nice sound. I got this in the travel section as well. And then another one we got are makeup remover wipes. Now I did end up using this. I wish I had gotten a smaller pack, but they didn't have that available when I picked this up. There are smaller versions of this, which I recommend. Or instead of hand wipes, you could also use this as a hand wipe. I don't know how effective that is. I'm not exactly sure of the difference. I like face wipes because I wear SPF on my face, which I'll show in a little bit. And what happens is I'm sweating all day and I want to reapply my SPF, which is tinted, so it has a little bit of makeup color to it. And I didn't want to just put a new layer on with all the griminess still on. So in the middle of the day, I actually wiped my face with a makeup wipe. And then I just reapplied my SPF, my tinted SPF to my face. And it kept, you know, my face from burning. That was important to me, was to make sure I had enough sunscreen all day, because I was not about to get burned alive. So please remember to wear your sunscreen. These are the makeup wipes. I think they're just Walmart, or yeah, the Walmart basic brand, Equate Beauty. Has such a nice sound. Next, I have sunglasses. I believe these are from Amazon, but these are the glasses. Try not to show the glare. I like how they look. They're very edgy. They do leave a mark on my nose, but I feel like pretty much every sunglass pair I've worn does that, no matter how comfortable the ridge or bridge is. So, yeah. And I had it in this little velvet pouch. I love these. I pretty much wore them all day, so I got good use out of these. Alright, next I brought deodorant. I definitely reapplied this. I feel like deodorant and SPF, maybe you want to apply that again every couple hours. I think I did it once throughout the day because it's hard to remember. But don't beat yourself up over it. But you know what? I'd rather have this than not have it, because just freshening yourself up during a rest break in an amusement park, it just reinvigorates you. It is Baby Yoda approved, so I definitely recommend it. I got this spray, and sprays also are cooling, so if you're feeling warm, it's kind of nice, I don't know, cooling effect. I just get the little Dove ones, and it smells nice. Okay, so I got that. And then I think the last thing in here, let me just check, yeah, the last thing is my tinted SPF. I had my eye on this product for a while, and it's the La Roche-Posay 50 Face Broad Spectrum SPF 50 Tinted Mineral. It's called the Anthelios Light Fluid Sunscreen. So that's what it looks like. And this is definitely, move that over a little. This is definitely one of my favorite products I've ever tried. It gives a nice tint for my skin tone, so I can't really, it is one shade, so that's definitely the downside for sure, but I would suggest finding one in your shade or something that works for any skin tone. It really just sort of blurred any of the overbearing blemishes on my face. And La Roche-Posay also has regular sunscreen, so if you don't want the tinted effect, they have another option. That is the downside. There is no shade range, although I think it might have the effect of working with your skin color, because it definitely doesn't, it looks really dark when it comes on initially, and then it blends in really well, so maybe it has that effect. I'm not a professional, so I don't know. But yeah, definitely wear SPF on your face. 50 is like recommended. Keeps you from getting skin cancer and aging for sure. So it's got like an interesting top. Okay, you like shake it. It's got like a little clicky clacky sound going on. Clicky clacky, is that a word? Alright, so that's what I got, and I will put everything back in. we'll zip it up. Oh. Okay. So now I'm going to go through the big pocket. Alright, so this has a lot going on, so I'll go through it. Here's what it looks like inside. Obviously, it was actually far more packed than you're seeing right now. Okay, I'm just gonna grab stuff. So I brought a hat. This is a cute visor. And it's actually my husband's visor. I brought it for the both of us if we both wanted to use a hat. Obviously, there is no covering the scalp. What I did, I wore my hair in like space buns to go with the space Star Wars theme. So basically, I put sunscreen on my scalp that was exposed to the sun because, once again, I did not want to get sunburned. That's probably my core message today. So I wanted to bring a visor though because I felt like, okay, well, I don't want to not have a hat. This is actually a regrettable decision because none of us wore this at all day. I just wore my sunglasses and it was just too hot to wear a hat, to be honest. So yeah, we didn't use the cute visor, but you know what? Can't change that now. So yeah, I would say if you want to wear a hat and you feel like you're going to get use out of it, go ahead and bring it. But if you're like me and have like a fun hairstyle, or you're wearing like a headpiece like Mickey ears, Minnie Mouse ears, any ears or hat of like something different like a headband, I would skip the hat. Just make sure you put sunscreen on your scalp that's exposed to protect your head from the sun. But yeah, this is a regret, but it is cute. It's got a little cherry on it. We got this at a random boutique store in like Central California, so it's not, I don't know what the brand is. Let me see if I can tell. It's from a lab made in China. So if you want to look that up, you can do that. But yeah, it's a cute little hat nonetheless. Put that over there. So let's get the next thing. Ah, yes. The star of the show, next to Baby Yoda, is the one and only sunscreen. So obviously you can get whatever sunscreen you like. This one's SPF 30. I just reapplied this multiple times throughout the day, so I did get good use of this. This is my favorite one because it's a spray and I like sprays better than lotion. And it smells really good. So this is my preference. There are small bottles, of course, in most brands for aerosol or, spray sunscreen. But yeah, you want to reapply because you're sweating throughout the day if you are sweating. But yeah, this was really handy. And it's even got like a lock so it won't spill or anything, and it's compact, and I definitely got my use out of it. Okay, now you know what, I'll set this up here. Alright, the next thing is probably the best thing that I have taken to a Disneyland, any amusement park ever, and I never want to go without it. Other than sunscreen, this looks like headphones, right? But actually, it's a neck fan. So you put it around your neck. I'll try to do it. So you put it around your neck like this, and it just sits here. Looks very futuristic. And then there's a little button on the side. And it's a fan, so there's the button right there. So I'll turn it on. I don't know how the sound will be, but let's try it. So as you could have seen, it has 3 levels. So the first level is the lowest setting, and then as you continue to click, it goes more powerful. It's charged like your phone or AirPods or whatever with a USB cable, so you can bring a battery pack and recharge this. I didn't have to recharge it at all, and I pretty much wore it all day. I tried not to turn it on for too long because I wanted to conserve the energy. And you know, you're often indoors with air conditioning, so it wasn't necessary at all times. But this is probably the best recommendation I recommend. A neck fan. I have a pretty small height, and it was very comfortable for me and my neck, and with air blowing towards your face, I mean, it was pretty great. I recommend it. I believe this was from Amazon, and at the time of my purchase it was about $30, and that seemed reasonable for me because it's like an investment and you can use it anywhere. So my husband goes to like concerts and festivals, so I figure like this is something he could use too. So we bought one, we didn't buy 2. And I brought little $2 fans as well. I brought 1 fan. We didn't even use that fan. I could have just brought this one, so I don't have that to show you, but that just goes to show this is like pretty great. And you don't always need a fan the whole time, except maybe where it's very hot. And we did go in June, so it's not as bad as later in the summer. I definitely recommend this, although now I think it's about $50. I know, that's crazy. I don't know what happened. I think everyone figured out about these and they hiked up the pricing. So I'm sorry if that's a lot of money. I know that if I had seen this at $50 instead of like $29.99, I may not have gone for it and just stuck with like a $2 mini fan. Bring a fan in general, you'll thank yourself. And they have cheaper versions of this on Amazon. Just type in neck fan and you will definitely find a version that might fit your price and your budget. But yeah, honestly, if you want to invest in it, it's not a total loss, especially if you like going to amusement parks pretty often. It's probably worth the investment, especially because it's rechargeable and it looks really cool, honestly. So I will set this down here, or maybe I'll set this up here. Okay, out of the way. All right, next. Okay, this is also, okay, I have a lot of favorite things, but I wanted to bring something fun for us to capture memories instead of taking pictures on our phones. I wanted to bring some disposable cameras, and you're probably gonna think I'm crazy, maybe a little bit, I brought not one, not two, not three, but 4 disposable cameras. If you're going with a big group of people, this might be a acceptable amount of cameras, but it was just me and my partner, so we really only used up 2 and like part of a third one, and so I still actually have one that has a few film left on it. I think each one comes with 27 images available. So I got these from Walmart. They also sell them on Amazon. Most stores carry them, so just try to find the best deal. I think these were like maybe 15 bucks per piece, but I really wanted to capture some film from a disposable camera. So I have yet to develop these, as you can tell, but I'm hoping to do that in the next few weeks. So I'm very excited to do that. I'll probably put this up here. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. You can still take photos on your phone. I recommend that as well, because you never know how these turn out, and I'm a little worried. But yeah, I'm excited to develop these. So, you know, anything memorable, even if you're just hanging out with friends or going on a night out, take one of these along, and it kind of helps you capture memories in a more nostalgic way. I know Polaroids are still very in, but these are kind of inexpensive compared to like those little Kodak or Fujifilm like mini Polaroid cameras that can cost a pretty penny. And you can also buy a printer that prints like Polaroid from your phone photos, but I feel like this is just nice. It feels like I don't have to be on my phone all the time, and it saves your phone battery. I will give it that. Okay, so those are some fun cameras that I brought. I also, in light of the cameras, I brought my Canon vlogging camera that I have here, Canon G7 Mark III Powershot. Big mistake. I was intending to like vlog a little bit, but we were just moving around so quickly throughout the day that I just couldn't. I wanted to spend more time taking disposable photos versus trying to vlog and like take footage. I did take some for my personal memory, but honestly, unless you're like a vlogger or you're really trying to capture a lot of video, I don't recommend bringing a big camera, or like a camera that's, you know, bulky, and my tripod, and I brought extra batteries and SD cards. So that was a mistake. It just made everything heavier on my body. So I wish I hadn't taken it and just filmed on my phone. Your phone is really, as you know, if you have a smartphone, that does amazing footage and photos, so don't feel like you need to bring a fancy camera by any means. Okay, what do we have next? Let's see. Okay, lots of technology right now, but I also brought extra battery packs, and if you're wondering, yes, I brought 3. This was also a mistake. I should have just brought 1, but I panicked. I thought the air conditioner neck thing would run out. I thought our phones would die really quickly, but we just weren't on our phones that much. So honestly, we only ended up using half the power of one, and I could have just taken a really lightweight version. This is really heavy. Yeah, I should have just brought less. So that's what I recommend. Just bring one. If you're sharing it with someone, just make sure it's a powerful one and can charge multiple, phones at the same time. And shows like how much. This one's kind of dead because we used it for other things too, but definitely recommend bringing one. Just bring one good one that's not heavy is my biggest recommendation. Okay, I very much panicked and brought excess of things, and now I learned my lesson. So learn from my mistakes. Less is more, but you can still be prepared. Okay. I think this might be the last item from the bag. Okay. So these items are Band-Aids and blister bandages. So we have blister bandages, some Band-Aids, just standard ones. These are pretty big. I think I might have took the wrong ones, but I wanted to emphasize that you can take either Band-Aids or blister bandages, but please, I don't care how comfortable your shoes are, how sporty they are. I wore sporty shoes, like for gym shoes essentially, and I even put in like really comfortable soles, but by the end of the day, my feet, my body was wrecked. It was awful. So if you haven't gone to an amusement park in a while, start walking around the neighborhood because you got to get that energy up. I felt like I ran a marathon the whole day. So bring some Band-Aids in general because you just never know what will happen. Of course, there's first aid available pretty much anywhere in the amusement park. So, for an emergency, I'd look to a cast member to help you. Yeah, it's got a nice crinkle sound. Band-Aids can be great, but they do not last very well or long. This saved my life. Blister bandages. So these I got on Amazon as well. And I kid you not, I put them on the back of my feet before we started our day, and I put my socks over them, put obviously my shoes on, went the whole day. My body hurt like hell. But the bandages on the back of my feet kept me from getting blisters on the back of my feet the whole day. It was a miracle. I wish I had put a blister bandage on my pinky toes, so on the outside of my feet, where my pinky toe is, because that's where I ended up getting a blister. If I hadn't had this on the back of my foot, I also would have had a blister on the back. So make sure you bring like an extra pair of socks. Try to change your socks out so your feet can breathe, and also maybe take your feet out of your shoes. Yeah, take your feet and out of your shoes, make them breathe out a little bit during the day, like when you're eating or something, because your feet need some breathing room, and it prevents more blisters because of the humidity and sweat and all that. This is kind of gross. I did a lot of research. I really didn't want to be in a lot of pain and burned, and I ended up feeling terrible. But you know what? I didn't have a blister on the back of my foot, and I was not sunburned. So these are so good. They're like little circles, and it's like a gel. And you basically just like peel it off and put it on the back of your foot. You could also, I think there's really small ones. They're all the same size. Oh, they're all the same. I think they come in different sizes on the website, but you can see the picture. It goes on the back of the foot, and it's so comfortable. I love these so much. I think these are perfect for like Doc Martens. I have Doc Martens that really kind of scrape the back of my foot. I'm gonna wear these from now on. They're amazing. And even if you're wearing heels or something, or boots, just any shoe where it hurts the back of your foot, especially after a year of maybe working remotely and you haven't worn shoes like myself, your feet can start to hurt. So these are a must for any amusement park, I swear. Now you might not, you don't need to take the whole box. I guess I didn't have to bring the whole box. Just bring a few extra packets instead of the whole box, which was my mistake. Okay. Alright, so I wanted to wrap up the video with some souvenirs that we took home. I was actually envisioning us like buying sweaters. Like, we didn't bring any sweaters, which was also a good thing because I didn't want to carry a big thick sweater 90% of the day when it's hot and sweaty and I don't want to wear a sweater, and then it's only cool at night for like an hour or two. So that might be a cool thing, is if you go to Disneyland and you want to take a souvenir and you want to buy a sweater and invest in that, you could conveniently wear that at night when it's chillier and you get a fun souvenir. So I think that's a great option. I didn't end up doing that. I kind of wish I did, but we really ended up leaving with just very little things, but probably super relatable. So I actually really, well, two things we got. We went to the Avengers campus at California Adventure. We went to Disneyland and California Adventure with a park hopper ticket. And we went to Avengers campus. It was really fun. We didn't get to go on the web slinger ride, but it was nice to walk around. And we went to the PIM labs where we got drinks. Now, if you're wondering, yes, this is the drink. This is the cup the drink came in. When we bought the drink, this is what it came in. So I realized it's a thick plastic cup. Like, it's thick, and it has dishwasher microwave instructions, which you're not supposed to put it in the microwave or the dishwasher. But I mean, it's like a whole souvenir, and it's not like a special souvenir cup. Pretty much all the PIM drinks, like the alcoholic drinks, come in this cup. Like, really all of them do. They're not glass, and so it's like a free souvenir. Obviously you're paying for like a cocktail, an overpriced one, but we both got drinks and we're like, yeah, we're gonna keep these. So I stuck them in I cleaned them out and stuck them like together and like put them in my backpack, and I tried to fill the inside with other objects so it was all compact. It was perfect. It was awesome. So yeah, if you go to Adventures Campus and get some, and you like cocktails, I think they have mocktail versions if you're not into alcohol, and you get some free, like, I forget what these call, beakers. They're like beakers from a science lab, and they're plastic. You do have to hand wash them, but they're so fun to drink from. They're just so, like, I don't know, they're great. I got the regulator drink. It had like boba, mango boba, and some beer mixed with tequila and mango stuff. It was so good. I loved it so much. And yeah, that was one of the coolest things, I think, was knowing, hey, we got some souvenirs out of our drinks. So yeah. So my husband actually got a shot glass. I told him he could get really whatever he wanted, because it was his birthday, literally the day we went. And I think we were both so exhausted and disoriented from the day, because it was towards the end of the day. So we just both kind of went for something easy, and he chose a shot glass. And this is for the 2021 like annual theme stuff they have. So got a nice shot glass, which, you know, it wasn't crazy, but sometimes not everything is worth investing in. I really wanted a mug. The mug selection at Disneyland was a little disappointing. Like, there just wasn't a lot. I really wanted a Minnie Mouse mug. So this was the only one I found that I liked. So this is the mug. It just has different colored minis in different poses. It's so cute. Minnie Mouse has always been my favorite character. Sorry, Baby Yoda. Yeah, I feel like it's something I'll have for a long time. And there's just something so happy about a Disney mug, and I love the little outline of the castle in the back. The only thing is the handle is a little too narrow, so I have to use like 2 fingers. And if you have, you know, bigger hands, I have pretty small hands, this might be uncomfortable for you. I don't know, it's still nice. I love it, but you know, it's a cute mug that I could find as a little memory token of our trip. I do think I would have preferred to spend more time looking for something, but to be honest with you, by the time I bought this, I could barely stand up on my 2 feet. So yeah, it was rough at the end there. So yeah, love that. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I think I covered everything from the bag and the souvenirs that I brought. So I hope that you enjoyed the video and that you're inspired to maybe pick something up, like a disposable camera or the neck fan that's, you know, or generally a fan. I even wore this shirt to Disneyland, so I hope you enjoyed what I brought. It wasn't obviously crazy. You know, I didn't have like a fun looking bag, which those can be kind of expensive, but I would recommend really enjoying that element, especially with Disneyland. I think we get a lot of opportunity to wear our favorite characters on our clothing, and it's a fun way to connect with other people. Everyone else seems to also do the same thing, wearing fun shirts or headpieces or bags. It's become a culture, and I think you can still find those things not at Disneyland stores that are crazy expensive, so definitely research around if you're trying to prep for that. But if you're going to any amusement park or Disneyland, I hope you have a wonderful time, that you can enjoy the magic of the parks for what they are, even during the most craziest times. And I hope that you have a ton of fun and that you enjoyed this video. So, Baby Yoda and I wish you good night or good day wherever you are. Thanks for watching.